Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you guys don't know me and you're new here, I'm Ricky and I travel around the entire United States with my family. We are a family of five, soon to be, well, what do I mean five? I'm talking about the kids. We're a family of seven, soon to be eight, with the chocolate Labrador. And we just travel around the country looking at different campgrounds. We do DIY inventions and installations and upgrades to our RV. We do DIY installations and repairs to RV spots and boondocking locations. So stick around for the channel for that. In this episode, we're going to be trying to fix and store a lot of our food inside of the RV. My mom, like all moms, has a lot of food to give away. Every time we visit my mom, she leaves us with a big bag full of food. She does it to all of my brothers and sisters, and it's six of us. I have three brothers and three sisters. And every time we go, it's the same thing. I'm like, Mom, where are you getting all of this food from? My mom is up there in age, so she figures out all of these places to go, and she's always helping out everyone. And my family is very big. So a lot of my brothers and sisters, well, two of my brothers and sisters have kids, and we all have big families, nuclear families. So I'm gonna be putting that food away, and we're gonna look at places in the RV where we can store it together. Now, remember, I had those mice in here. After I put that repellent up, I haven't seen any more mice. So let's get started. I'm gonna start packing away. I'm gonna open up some of the pantries to see where I can store things at, and of course, I'm not gonna be putting anything bare except a can inside a lower pantry door. If I'm using the lower pantry, I'm storing things inside a container where if a mice gets in there, it has to break in wherever way it breaks in and then break into something else to get where I'm going to store the food if it's in one of the lower settings. But hopefully that doesn't happen. So let's get started. So this lower pantry under here is where I want to fit everything. And I have this little container that's going to go in there. I have space all over the RV to put a lot of this stuff. So I'm just going to take a lot of this out of there. And we have to start packing this RV away because a lot of these things, because when we first started RVing, this is some of the places where we were just stuffing things in. We were just putting things in here. But now we can start like really packing away because we're gonna be in this RV for over a month. So look at this huge space in here. Let me sweep this out, and then I'm gonna start putting things in. All right, now we're gonna see if this can fit in there, which I saw that it could. So that's where this is gonna store. So this is pretty cool, and then with weight on it, it shouldn't move much. I know I have this pipe right down here, but it shouldn't move much once we have everything inside. So let's start packing this up. So like I said, when we visit my mom, she gives us a lot of packages, and these are just some of the packages that she gives. And you know what's crazy is that tell me you're a camper and that you do things without telling me. I drove around with this just in case I need to cook. Isn't that crazy? How many people drive around like that? That's crazy. But let's take some of these things inside. So after I put all of this stuff away, one thing I know that you're going to need inside of an RV is a junk drawer. And it's very important to have it. And let me tell you why. You're going to have so many things that you have to put away. Here's some stuffed shells. Let me see if I can see if I can fit everything in there, because I know that my mom, she packed some bulk items in here. And a lot of these things we use while we on the road. My wife, she loves to make us some chicken, and my kids, they love pancakes. So we're gonna put these pancakes in here. And they have extra packing, which is good. But you don't want any of those rodents getting to that. So that's why putting it inside of something makes it a little easier. And if you guys ever dealt with rodents on the road, let me tell you, they bite through wood to get to food. So you just have to keep an eye on everything. And we have lights too. I'm going to show you those a little bit later, those rodent repellents to help keep them away. But I'm going to start putting lights in the cabinets as well to keep them away. And oh, I showed you guys the applesauce. This is like, what is this? This is cream of wheat. This is oatmeal. This is all like just in case we run out of food and we don't find any place to eat. These beans, you gotta soak these for like a week before you can eat them. Usually you soak them overnight and then you cook them in the morning. If you try to cook them in boiling water, it ain't gonna work. You gotta soak them to soften them up. Here's another pack of it's just pasta, elbow pasta. Some more oatmeal. We have some more stuff that I have to go get. Here's a jar of peanut butter. There's some more stuff that I left that I'm gonna get in a second, but let's pack this up and let's see what else we have in here. Here's some Metamucil. I don't have a problem going, but somebody may have trouble going while we on the road. So you guys should see all of the things that we take with us for emergency, because we all have allergies in here. So we take a ton of allergy medicine. Oh my God, this is something really good. Corned beef. Oof, this is really good. I didn't show you guys some of this other stuff. This is spaghetti sauce, dark red kidney beans. Here's vegetarian beans. Those are good too. That's another thing I didn't show you guys. It's white chicken chunks. It's all canned food just in case. And this is a fruit mix. So it's really good. But now that I packed this stuff up, let me go get some of the other stuff that I had, because I want to lift that in there too. All right, I'm back. This is more some of the same stuff that I had in the car. This is like 90-second rice. We have a Mountain House meal. And we have measuring cups in here, measuring spoons, which is like really good to have. So I'll leave that in here. And here's some mac and cheese. We also have soap, but I'm not going to put that in there with the food. So this is going to be like our emergency bin. If we run out of food, we can always come to this to get. Now let's see if it can. Well, let's put it in there. We know it can fit. We have the food nicely stored in the bins now. I ain't got to worry about much because everything is stored in there. Makes nice for a pantry. While we're on the road, we also need a junk drawer. As you know, we have a lot of portable solar panels and they have their own connections. So a lot of these wires that are in here, I'm going to take all of these out and create my own junk drawer just for these miscellaneous wires, because we have a lot of them, chargers and everything, and having a place for them makes it a lot easier to find things and to clean some spaces up. So this is the before picture of cleaning this area up. Like once you have the junk drawer, it'll be good. Junk drawer is more like wires and miscellaneous things that you may not need all of the time, because we have a lot of things in here that we may not necessarily use all of the time, but hey, what the heck? We have an Echo. It's hooked up to the Wi-Fi. We have a lot of things that we use and we throw in this drawer during travel. But having a junk drawer just makes everything easier so that when we need it, we can find it right away. So that's that. Let me continue clearing this out. And just like that, like magic, this is how it's going to look. Of course, when you're driving, it's going to be going all over the place. This is a small little bin. So maybe in the future, we can find like little baskets to put a lot of things in, because these compartments is just like one compartment. So I tried to make everything as flat as possible so that we don't have to worry about things shifting as much. But we have some of the kids' toys up here that they hardly ever use. Dog leash, bags to pick up the dog excrement. We have printer paper up here. We do have a printer in here that's hooked up to the Wi-Fi. Well, it's going to be hooked up to Wi-Fi. I didn't hook it up yet. We have paper towels that we take out once we get to our destination. A paper towel holder. We also have things for the car in here just in case we need to jump the car. And we also have an air inflator in here. And some of the solar things we have in here, which I may take out. Yeah, I'm going to take that solar thing out. Because we have, this is just an extra box. I'm just going to take this out and put it inside of the drawer with the other stuff. But this is just one of the storage containers. Now, let's knock out where we're leaving the pots and pans at. So we designated this as our junk drawer. We have like a lot of the electrical wires in here. We have things for the Starlink, different adapters to hook the Starlink up. I forget what this one was for. Oh, this is like another pole adapter. And this one is what the Starlink came with. And this is a solar charge controller that we can use. But we have a lot of different solar adapters in here. I'm gonna buy some more wires too to put in here, positive and neutral wires. The storage in here is absolutely nuts. So you can't see back there, but I'm gonna show you above here how far it goes back, and you can get a whole arm in there. Look at my arm, and I'm gonna try to get all the way back and touch the wall. There, I'm touching the wall now. And I'm straining to get all of my arm in there. And you got that on the top and on the bottom. So that's enough cabinet space to put a lot of your food. And not only there do we have storage, we put some of our pots in here too. And you have even more storage back there. So you can see, I don't know if you guys can see, but there's a place where you can just store things all the way back there too. So while traveling, we do use 3 of these Bodega coolers. These things are remarkable because when we're traveling, we do have a residential fridge, and things do stay cold when you're driving short distances. But if you're going something like an 11-hour drive, where when the RV is not going to take you 11 hours, GPS may say 11, but it's going to take you more like 15 hours. We have to rely on these Bodega 12-volt coolers because the freezer is not going to keep our stuff frozen, and the juices and refreshments that you leave in the refrigerator are not going to stay fresh. So we put them inside of these Bodega coolers. We have 2 in the storage bins outside and 1 in the bedroom, and we use them all the time when we travel. Even when we're stationary, a lot of the times we'll use it. So when we're on the road for like a month, we can pack the refrigerator up, and we will eat the food out of the refrigerator first, and then we'll just bring the food from the Bodega coolers. But these things, like I said before, they're astonishing that you can change this into a freezer or a refrigerator. This one is a single zone fridge, but we do have dual zones where you have a separation inside and you have 1 part freezer and 1 part refrigerator, and it has a control panel on the side where you can control everything. So I'm going to hook this fridge up so that you can see exactly how it works and what it looks like. That I had no problems with these fridges, and I've been using them for years and no issues. This is one of the greatest things, is that when you're driving, this fridge can be at an angle like this and it's still working. It can be tilted, and your food would stay frozen and fresh. And I had this in my regular day-to-day vehicle and the back part in the trunk, and I've kept food fresh for months while I was on the road. Well, not the same food, but like different foods that I had to buy and cook on the road. So let me hook this thing up and show you how it works. So like magic, I appear again with a portable power station. So with the Bodega fridges, they're gonna come with the power adapters inside. You're also gonna get like a little sleeve where you can open this up and you can take your food out so that you can see what you want and put it back in. I think this is really good to have. Some of the older fridges didn't come with that, but I think that's good to have. So inside of the box, you're gonna have your AC adapter. Comes with a little converter, and that just attaches and it goes into a regular wall socket. But I usually use the ones that have the 12-volt plugs because it takes less energy. You don't have to need a converter or an inverter or anything like that. You just put in the 12-volt entry, and if you have a battery system, you can use that battery system too. If you look at some of my older videos, you'll see how I use this in the battery system, where you can splice the wires. But here you put this in, it only can go in one way, so you can't mess up. And once you put that in, You plug it into your DC power source. Let me take this off from here. And then once you turn on your DC power source, the fridge should cut. Well, excuse me, the fridge should cut on. So let me turn on the power for this, and then you turn on your DC power source, and bam, your fridge comes on. So I'm gonna show you a closer look at the fridge so that you guys can see how the power is drawn and what it looks like. It's really remarkable to have something like this. So here's the top of the fridge where you can see right now it's at 52 degrees, but you could set this, it's set at into -4. So the compressor would just keep pulling until it gets to -4. You have a setting button where you could probably change it to eco or regular. And you have the power to show you how much power is in it. Right now it's taken from the portable power station and it's not pulling much. I'm going to show you how much it pulls with the compressor on. You also have a USB outlet that's here, and you can plug in your devices with the USB as a regular USB outlet. So while it's plugged in to your DC component, you can also use the USB port, which is really cool. And they recommend that you have this fridge on for about 16 hours before you put anything in. One hack I use with these portable fridges that makes it so that you don't have to wait the whole 16 hours or whatever. You could put frozen things in here, and it will help that the freezer get all the way down. I like when you're talking, you're trying to find the words, and you start putting your hands like this. But if you put frozen things in here, that compressor won't work as hard to get it down to your desired temperature, because the frozen goods will help the compressor work and will help your fridge get down to that desired temperature. So now let's look at the portable power station that we use to show how much power is coming out when the compressor's on. These things don't use much power. That's why you can have it for a long time and travel for like maybe a day or two without recharging it. But you're going to be charging as you're driving if you have solar. So the compressor is on, and if you can see this right here, is using 28 watts of power to power this Bodega fridge. And on this side, it shows you how many hours it would last with just the compressor on. So if the compressor stays on, you have 29 days that you can use this fridge. Of course, this is a 800-watt portable power station, and you're probably going to get more than that. Well, not 29 days, 29 hours. You're going to get more than that 29 hours because the compressor cuts off once you get to the desired temperature. But look at that. 28 watts consistently while this is on, and you're not using the inverter, so that shows it's going to take up less power. You're coming directly from the battery using the 12-volt port. Thank you guys so much for watching. We really appreciate you guys. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you subscribe and you think you are, just go down and check to see if the subscribe button is actually subscribed to, because sometimes YouTube unknowingly unsubscribes people. I don't know why it does it, but it's happening. So you can check to see if you are subscribed, so you can see a lot of the videos that we post. We try to post videos every two times a week. We're going to start doing more lives. I know I keep saying that in videos that we're going to start doing lives, but we really are going to start doing lives at least once a week so that you guys will have 3 videos a week from us. Hit the like button. You know, if you're watching it, it doesn't take much. Hit the like button, and it helps out the channel a lot, helps out the algorithm with you hitting the like button. If you're watching it, please. And I thank you guys. You can also comment below if you have anything you want to say towards the refrigerator, the packing. If you guys have any ideas of what we can do to help the packing a little easier, we are open to those suggestions. My wife, she just told me that we probably can go to, what store did you say? The Dollar Tree. We probably can go to the Dollar Tree to get some of the items to put into the storage bins so that we can have a little organized space. But the space now is a bit organized, just having it like that, but the bins will make it a little more better suitable. And the weather is warm, these bugs are out. So that's all I got for you this time. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you stayed for this long, please consider subscribing, and we'll see you guys on the road. Remember, enjoy the great outdoors. Ricky out. Whoop.